All right, welcome everybody. Welcome. My name is Brandon Ivey. Clearly, type Y in the chat box. If you can hear me clearly, type Y in the chat box. Those of you on the conference call line, if you are in front of your computer, you can go to www.liveonedream.info. That is live1dream.info, and you will be able to see everything that we are speaking about tonight. Well, welcome. Tonight is a special training, and this is special because we're going to be talking about something that we don't go over in detail on our presentations. Since you guys join a business, we kind of leave it up to you that you're going to do your own homework at some point and learn more and more about your company and your business. But we do have trainings that go over this, so we're going to go over this in detail tonight about our compensation plan. There's more than 9 ways that we get paid with the Sherlock. We're also going to cover, dispel some myths and rumors that it's not possible to make money in Sherlock, or things that people who quit say, that they weren't making money in Sherlock, therefore it's Sherlock's fault and they have to quit and do something else. So we're going to address some of those things tonight. But first and foremost, if you guys have team members and you see them on Facebook, you know that they're available, you want to shoot them a message so that they can be on this training. This is not a training that you want to miss. Now, this is information that when we first got started in Sherlock, Diamond Chuck Williams spent a good amount of time with us our very first month and really breaking down the compensation plan. And the more that I saw this, the more that I got excited about it, the more I knew that this was a winner and that we all can make it big here. There's no video playing. I just have it loading up, so when I do play the video, you guys will be able to see it clearly. So no video is playing yet. I'm just talking. This is like the monologue. All right. But the more I saw this comp plan, the more I got excited. Now, I've been in this industry for, it's going to go on 16 years at the end of this year. It'll be my 16 years in this industry. And I have seen it all, and when you think you've seen it all, I see more. I'm never surprised anymore by the things that I see. And the reason is because even though we're in business, we're dealing with people. People is our business. And people are people. They do the funniest things. They are unpredictable. You never know what's going on in somebody's household. You never know what's going on in their life and why they make the decisions that they make. They may tell you one thing, and it's something completely different that they will never share with you. The one thing I do know about humans is we don't always like to take responsibility. When things are going bad in our lives, we always point the finger somewhere else because it's easier to swallow. It's easier to know that it's somebody else's fault for the predicament that we're in rather than our own fault. And again, I see, let me make sure Dino can even hear. Dino's logging in from Japan. Dino, can you hear me speaking? Because I don't see his microphone on next to his name. So I don't think he can even hear. So anyways, you have to understand that where you are today is the sum result of every decision you've made in your life until this point. And that includes your bank account. And if you're not satisfied with where you are, that means you need to do different things. You need to start making new decisions. And a lot of people don't really manage their expectations because they're not happy where they are, and they do make the right decision of joining a home-based business. But they go into that home-based business with the wrong expectation. They expect, because they saw a video, or they saw somebody on Facebook, or they listened to some hype guy talk about how much money they're going to make, you can make in this company. They feel that they're going to make that in their first 30 to 60 days. And if they don't, they see it as a failure. They quit or they jump ship to find somewhere else that's promising them to reach their goals faster than where they were. You know, the grass is greener always somewhere else. And they don't realize it took you 30 years to come up with the habits that got you broke in the first place. How you expect to change those habits in 60 days? It's not going to happen. So you must manage your expectation on that front. When you join a business, make sure you have your short-term and long-term goals in place. Short-term and long-term goals in place. For some people, things happen fast. For most people, it doesn't happen fast. So if you don't have the mindset of, I am going to be here in at least 2 to 3 years, you're not going to have long-term stable success, even if you have great success up front. It always balances itself out. Now you also know that each business that you're involved in is just the vehicle to getting where you want to go in life. I know, Dino, because you haven't... Dino, your audio is not turned on. Click on the phone. Alright, like I was saying, the business that you're in is just a vehicle to get you where you want to go. So the last couple of weeks we talked about mindset training on where do you want to be in life. Where do you see yourself 10, 15 years from now? How much money do you want to have in the bank account? What would you do with your life if money was no longer an object? And once you have those things in place, then you have to decide what vehicle it is that you're going to get there. Just like if you're in Los Angeles and you want to go to New York, you can get on a plane. What type of plane are you going to get on? How fast is the plane going to fly? You can also take a bike. You can also get in a car. You can take a train. You can get on a motorcycle. There's many different ways of you getting to New York. As long as you get there is what's important. Some vehicles get you there faster than others. So our company, Shopping Sherlock, may not be the right vehicle for everybody. You may need to be in a different vehicle that fits you, and that's okay. But here's one thing that you must understand. You can show me the greatest company out there, and I'll show you most of the people in that company are broke. You can show me the worst company out there, and I'll show you somebody making 6 figures a month. It mostly isn't about the company, it's about what you do in your own production. The company is not the magic pill. You must have the right personal development, the right work ethic, the right desire, the right goals, and most importantly, made a decision to put the effort and commitment in to make it happen, and the time. What's discouraging for me is when I see people that quit a business. And when asked why they quit, the number one answer they give is, I either was losing money or I wasn't making money. And they turn around and want to convince you that you need to quit as well because you haven't made enough money yet. That is false, and that is misleading. The truth of the matter is they haven't produced enough to make the money. They won't say, I just didn't do what it took to get paid. They'll say the company didn't do or didn't provide something where I couldn't make it happen. So whenever you hear that statement, you need to qualify it. So if somebody in Shopping Sherlock says they quit because they weren't making any money, the next question is it possible to get paid in Shopping Sherlock? Is there anybody in this company making money? Because if somebody in this company is making money, that means it's possible for everybody to make money. And the answer is yes. We are a debt-free company, growing every single month. This month is our 2-year anniversary in Shopping Sherlock. 2 years. January 2014, we were number 1 in the world for top performers over the previous 6 months, and that happened without us. We launched in Sweden with over 450 people that just got started. We have people making over $20,000 a week in this business. We have powers making $3,000 a week in this business. We have powers making more money than globals. So how can that happen? How can somebody that's a power, a lower rank, make more money than someone that's a global? That is because the power is outproducing the global. Your title just means you're eligible to make more money than everybody else on the same production. It is not a magic pill that just because you have the title guarantees you're making more money than everybody else. You still have to produce. And if you don't produce, you don't get paid. And that is the same for any business that you do. Also on your job, if you don't produce, you don't get paid. So with that analogy in place, I want to know that I know I'm going to produce. I want to be in a company that I'm going to get paid the most amount of money possible based on my production, and that is why I am here with the Sherlock. That is why I haven't jumped ship and gone somewhere else, because it looks to be easier somewhere else, because it looks that other people are making money somewhere else. That means absolutely nothing to me. This company has a 10-year game plan to be a billion-dollar company. It is at its infancy with less than 5,000 active reps in the United States, so the timing and positioning is perfect. It is blowing up far more overseas. You have Dino that's on the line right now. His business added more than 30 people over the past week and a half. Promoted 2 or 3 powers over the past week and a half in Japan. If they can do it, you can do it. The same 24 hours in a day, they put their pants on one leg at a time, just like you. They're promoting the same business you are. So if you're having a hard time in the United States, then find people overseas, like Grandma Margie did. So at the end of the day, it's not the company. It's the individual and what effort they put in. So someone will say, well, you know, if I've been in the company for 6 months, 7 months, and I'm not making any money, it might be smart for me to go look somewhere else. Well, if your game plan is short term, then yes, it is. If your game plan is long term, you haven't given it enough time. Now, what I want to do is I want to switch gears right now before I even go into the money. I want to play a video by Tim Sales. I want to educate you guys a bit. And I strongly encourage, if you go to YouTube and type in Tim Sales and look at the videos that he has, specifically, you know, who's lying, why do most people quit, you know, things like that. Those videos, it's good so that you can be a little educated about the industry itself. Look at this, and we're going to come right back and talk about the money.
Hi, I'm Tim Sales. This short clip is to answer a question or explain a misunderstanding on 2 issues in network marketing. Are the people at the top making most or all of the money? And do people who get in at the beginning make most or all of the money? I'll take up the first question. Are the people at the top making most or all of the money? Factually, the answer is yes. And it's also yes in Home Depot, Microsoft, Kodak, and every other business. In fact, try to name any company where the people at the bottom make most or all of the money. If you research corporate executives and owners' compensation of most companies, you'll see that only a few people at the top make the majority of the money. To give you the actual statistics, in the year 2006, the average U.S. worker worked an entire year, including weekends and no vacation time, to earn what the average CEO made in one day. That's according to the Associated Press survey of 386 Fortune 500 companies in 2006. The executives averaged $10.8 million in total annual compensation. At the same time, the average U.S. worker made $29,544. In every industry, only a few people earn most of the money. Another validation of this is in the 2005 U.S. Census report. Almost 70% of U.S. households earn under $25,000, while only 5.8% earn over $150,000. So only about 6% of all U.S. households earn over $150,000. But $150,000 is by no means the top earnings. According to the World Wealth Report by Merrill Lynch and Company, in the U.S. and Canada, there are approximately 30,000 people with investment assets of more than $30 million. Those 30,000 people who have more than $30 million represent only 1/100th of 1% of the total population. So clearly, only a few people make the majority of the money in every company, every industry, and even every country. So it is unfair and biased to look at the MLM or network marketing industry and claim it's flawed because the people at the top make most of the money, when the same can be proven in every industry. I'm not giving you this information because I'm complaining that it's unfair. My suggestion would be to not complain about this. Instead, be one of the wealthy. People who complain that the people at the top are making most of the money are either justifying why they have quit trying to be one of the wealthy or justifying why they have never tried. The more important thing to examine is that network marketing compensation plans are designed to reward production. Do nothing, earn nothing. Do a little, earn a little. Do a lot, earn a lot. How else could you possibly compensate workers? Imagine if you and I started a company and we decided that whoever does the least production will make the most money. Would that work? No. That's the welfare system, and it's proven not to work. MLM pays based on performance standards. If you perform to a certain standard, you earn whatever that standard or level pays. If you do nothing, you get nothing. If you do a little bit, you'll earn a little extra income. If you do a little bit more, you'll get a part-time income. If you do an enormous amount, you can create wealth. How many people will achieve the highest standard? However many perform to the standard. An MLM company, unlike traditional companies, puts no restrictions on anyone. An MLM company doesn't say, we will only allow 10 people to earn the top level. They don't look at the college you attended or if you attended one or not and decide what you will be paid. They don't look at your salary from your previous job and use that as the basis of what they'll pay you, as most employers do. An MLM company doesn't even look at what experience you have or don't have. Whoever meets the required performance standards enjoy the benefits of that standard. That is the most fair compensation structure there could possibly be. Let's move on to question number 2. Do the people who get in at the beginning make most or all of the money? In what business does this not happen in? Only one that I know of, and I'll share it with you in just a second. If you work for a traditional company, didn't the owners get in before you? Aren't they earning money off what you do? In the stock market, if you buy a stock at 20 and sell it at 30, are you not making money off the people who bought the stock after you did? If you buy a house for $250,000 and sell it for $300,000, are you not making money off the person who bought it after you did? One of the only industries that I'm aware of that anyone can come in later and make more money than those who came in earlier is the network marketing industry. To prove my point, there are people in my organization, meaning in my downline, that came in over a year later than me that make more money than I do. Isn't that odd to you? In fact, I have not been able to find one network marketing company where the first distributor to join the company makes the most money. Doesn't this fact fly in the face of those who say that only the people who get in at the beginning make more money? The truth of the matter is that people who earn more money than me in my organization should earn more. They're obviously being more productive at moving products to consumers than I am. So the statement, the people who get in at the beginning make most or all of the money, is true in most industries, but only true in network marketing if that person who got in earlier continues to be more productive than the people who came in later. The facts are, any person can come into network marketing at any time and earn more income than anyone in the company. Is this true in traditional business? Absolutely not. So the statement, people who get in at the beginning make most or all of the money, is factually false. This is provable in my business, and it's provable in every network marketing company I've looked at. I hope this video clip helps you to separate the facts from the myths. I'm Tim Sales.
All right. I hope you guys really took to heart that video and understand that, because that is true around the entire industry. Now, at the end of the day, as you're building your business and you're building your team, you will, I guarantee this, you will have people that you care about. You will have people that you've put a lot of time and effort in, that you want to see succeed more than yourself. You will see them quit. I guarantee it. Sometimes it may shock you who it is. But because they quit has no bearing on whether or not you can be successful in business. See, I have no problem when an individual makes a decision that they feel they need to move on and go into a different direction. I wish them the best. I'm sorry that this didn't work out for them. But the problem that I do have is when those same individuals turn around and want to contact everybody that's still in the business and tell them that they need to quit just like they did to go somewhere else, as if they're looking out for you. In reality, they're looking out for themselves because they want you in their downline in another deal. You have to keep it real. Just because it didn't work for you does not mean it's not going to work for somebody else. And I'll give you an example. We had two globals who quit. Two globals who owned part of this company, who had huge downlines, who quit the business because they felt the grass might be greener somewhere else, or they can tell you exactly why they quit. Bottom line is they quit and moved on to be just a regular rep starting from the bottom of another company. To have those same individuals contact people on our team and tell them that they should quit too because they weren't making any money. Yet at the same time, we've had people who joined our team a week and a half ago who have done more production in 1 week than those two individuals did over the past 6 months combined. So who makes the money? The people who actually produce. So when you can have people join the business after those people quit and make a lot of money, then the saying that there's no money to be made in Sherlock is false. Like Simon Brooks has said, the person who's going to make the most money in Sherlock doesn't even know that this company exists. They're probably not going to be American, and they probably won't speak English. It is about timing and positioning, and you being positioned so that you can override that individual. How about that? Now let's talk about the risk of Sherlock before I talk about the money. What is your risk value of somebody joining this business? The total cost for 12 months is $668 for you to be in our business. I want you to remember that. You should write it down. That is the total cost. So if somebody says that I'm spending more money than I'm making, that is the total cost for your first year, and every time after that it's like a little over $400. $34.95 a month. So you ask yourself this question: can I live with spending $34.95 a month in business whether I'm making money or not? If the answer is yes, you're good to go. Can I live with $34.95 whether I make money or not? Let's say you don't make a dime. You own your own business, so the tax benefits alone, you write it off as a loss. You can get $2,000 to $3,000 in tax refund just because you owned your own business from $34.95. So we eliminate the fact that I'm spending more money as an issue in your life of this business. But after that is up to you as far as your own goals. We have people say, hey, if I don't make $10,000 in my first 3 months, I'm quitting and going somewhere else. Fine, that's your prerogative. I have long-term thinking here. So let's talk about the money. Why I am here. I made far more money up to the same point in time in the last company I was in than I am right now, yet I choose to remain right here. Why? I'm going to show you. Some of you guys may recognize these slides because this was our old presentation, but I want to use this as an example. You already know our product. Our product is the S2 Saver, finds you the best deals and the lowest price, saves everyone up to 74%, saves you time, but best of all, we give this product away for free. No inventory, no having to buy my own check, no having to stack my kitchen full of product and services. And the fact that there's no inventory means we can do business in every single country around the world, not have to worry about tariffs, not have to worry about warehousing, not have to worry about shipping. We give away the product for free. Skip this, you guys already know that. But here's one of the products that we also offer. 8-day, 7-night resort stay worldwide. There's another company out there. In fact, you got World Ventures, you've got My Fun Life, you've got a couple of other travel companies. This is all they do. We offer nearly the same exact package, $1,500 value for $395. So you want to make some quick money? Anytime you sell one of these, you earn $40. The package is good for an entire year. So you can buy it and hold on to it till you're ready to go on your vacation for an entire year. 8 days, 7 nights. You earn $40 every time you sell this package. Here's another triple play. Home services are the product. Digital cable, high-speed internet, digital phone, as low as $75 a month. I'm going to show you the slides on that in a second. And our Red Pocket Unlimited Mobile. Unlimited talk, text, and web, $29 to $59 a month, free international calling. So I'm going to do screen sharing right now. And I'm going to show you a little bit here. Not that one, this one here. Alright. Can you guys see my screen? Type Y if you can see my screen. If you guys can see my screen, type Y. Fantastic. Let's talk about the cell phones. Every time you activate the cell phone, you're going to get a bonus. Now you have what's called activation bonus, port-ins, and QPay. So QPay is more advanced. I'm not even going to talk about QPay. Just the activation and port-in. So if somebody is getting a brand new line and a brand new number, you're going to earn $5 on that activation, meaning that they got the SIM card from you, from your website. The SIM card is $9, and they activate the phone. You just made $5. Your sponsor makes $2. Okay? Understand that. Let's say you sign somebody up in the business. They sign up a Red Pocket activation customer. You make $2, even though you had nothing to do with it. If they're porting in their telephone number, and you sign up the customer, you're going to get $8, and your sponsor's going to get $3 override. You guys understand that? Now, every single month, 3% of the usage is being paid out, which means 2% of their cell phone bill goes to you, and 1% of the cell phone bill goes to your sponsor. These slides were going to be. This used to be added on our old Sherlock website. Since we've done the upgrade, we haven't added it back up there yet. So I'm going to add these slides to our Facebook group so you can download them. But also, our it's going to be back on our website soon. I don't know if Thomas has already done that yet. But you guys understand, this is how you make money on our cell phone. $5 activation goes to you, $2 goes to the sponsor, and you're getting 2% residual income every time they pay their bill. So here's another way for you direct sellers that you can go out there and earn an income. See, people say, oh, Sherlock, you get paid from recruiting. No, here's the deal. You get paid from customers. You don't make a dime in recruiting until people acquire customers. You need to have 5 customers to be a star affiliate, 10 customers to be a power, 20 customers to be a global, and 40 customers to be a diamond. Our customer to rep ratio is over 20 to 1. 20 to 1. Most product-based companies out there, they're lucky to have 2 to 1 ratio. 20 customers per rep, at least. I have over 120 myself. Let's look at the home services. This is a little bit more tricky because you're dealing with a whole lot of carriers here. Time Warner Cable, AT&T, Saveology, DishNet, Bright House, Frontier, Cox, Suddenlink, Fios, Charter, Dish, Cable One, whatever's in your area. But the bottom line, let's say with Comcast, Cox, this is a one-time payout when somebody signs up as a customer of $7. So you're making $7 one time. All the way down here is the Bright House, a Suddenlink, TV, Internet, Phone, $5.25. TV, Verizon, Fios, $14, $10. So it depends on the carrier. So this chart will break down. Look at DSL, 21 bucks. Sales and are paid out monthly. So you got monthly residual as well. So you can go ahead and go over this sheet to look at the breakdown on whatever carrier you get as far as the home services division. Then we have Best in Social. You sign up Best in Social, for those of you who don't know, this is where you can sign up small businesses who want to use advertising online to bring traffic and customers to their business, like Yelp, Google. Normally, companies pay a couple $1,000s for this service. Our Best in Social is $479 one time. If you sign up that customer, you're going to earn $200 the following week. So people say it takes too long to make money in Sherlock. I need to make money. Go sign up some customers. You sign up some customers. You need to make some money fast. Sign up 5 customers in 1 week. You just made $1,000 next week. That's more money than you're going to make on eBay next week. So get 5 customers. You just made $1,000. And guess what? Your sponsor is going to make $50 per customer. Somebody always said, you want to make some money, go sell something. $50 per customer to the sponsor. So let's say you're not the type that's a direct sales type person, but you sign up somebody who is. They sign up a customer, they make $200, you make $50. Now here's what happens per month. Per month, the customer's paying $79 per month. You sign up the customer, you're making $15 a month per customer. Show me any network marketing company that's paying out that much money per month per customer. You'll be best to find maybe $1 to $2 a month. Especially looking at the utilities companies. Everything else is like 50 cents, $1, 75 cents per month per customer. Here you're getting $15 per customer. But let's say your sponsor had nothing to do with this, now making $5 a month per customer. You signed up. And it counts as one auto ship in the binary. We haven't been pushing this hard right now because this is brand new. And there's still a lot of things we're working out on the back end side. But this is going to be one of the biggest things for us in the United States. The Best in Social. Why? Because e-commerce is taking over and all these businesses are now moving their business from storefront to online. So we're going to have a service for them to bring traffic to them. You guys understand that? So let me go back. Stop the screen share. Alright, is everybody still with me? Type Y in the chat box. You're still with me? Type Y in the chat box. So as you know, becoming an affiliate, $249, $34 a month. We have no shipping costs, no inventory, no waiting for results, no retailing, no monthly product to buy, no high startup cost. So how do we get paid on the Sherlock? I'm going to go over this in detail. We don't go on this on the presentation because it takes too long. As Michael Weeder said this morning, you get paid even when people don't buy anything. So our service is not set up that somebody goes to the Sherlock and they buy a $1,000 TV and you're getting a percentage of that TV. It doesn't work that way. We're dealing with thousands and thousands of vendors and affiliates who all have their own affiliate structure, and they're not all the same. They're all different. It is impossible to, on a weekly and monthly basis, to calculate if somebody went to Target online through us and bought a $1,000 TV, and then or if somebody goes to Best Buy and buys the exact same TV for $1,000, Best Buy's affiliate structure is different than Target's. And it's like the stock market. It changes weekly because each store may have different deals. They may have, we want to have a special for this week. We want to do a special next week. It's always changing. So the way we track this is that they have the deals with Sherlock. They pay Sherlock not only when a purchase is made, but also because we brought them customers, traffic. If you've ever been on internet marketing before, you've heard of pay-per-click. You're getting paid just by people clicking on links. We're getting paid for bringing people to their website when normally that person wouldn't go to their website. And all of that money goes into one big large pool in the Sherlock. And that is paid out to everybody who has an active customer in the Sherlock. So the more money that's going through the pool, the larger the amount of money that's being paid through the Sherlock. What constitutes an active customer? Right now, somebody who is using the Sherlock at least is about 100 clicks per month. Now you have to understand how fast that's not you got to log on 100 times a month. Let's say you search for an iPhone 5. And you know how you have all the different links that pop up. And you start clicking. One search can be 20 clicks. So an active Sherlock may be somebody using it twice a week for a month. The active Sherlock right now pays $1.50 per Sherlock that's active that you give away. $1.50. The more Sherlocks we have out there, the more people shopping, the more people buying, the higher the value of the Sherlock. The goal is to get that to $4 per Sherlock. You're going to see this business really explode when we get to the $2.50, $3 per Sherlock mark. Why? Because it happened before in Shopping Genie. When the Genie was paying out $3 per Genie, the United States had 70,000 reps in a year and a half. The Sherlock's not taken off in the United States. It must not work. It worked before and it will work again. Especially for those who are already positioned right now. We have not gone through hyper growth yet. We have not hit that growth curve yet where we are going through momentum, where we're going viral. It has not happened yet. And it will happen. Keep that in mind. We have less than 5,000 active reps in the United States alone. Nobody even knows who we are. It's up to us to go out there and spread the word. So right now it's at $1.50. It's going to get higher. Not only do you get paid from the Sherlock you give away, the people that you sign up, you're going to get a matching bonus on their Sherlocks they give away. You need to be qualified. Have 4 personally enrolled. When you do so, you're going to earn 20% of their Sherlocks. So if you signed up somebody who gave away 1,000 Sherlocks, you following me here? 1,000 Sherlocks. And they're all active. And that person is making at least $1,000. You're making $200 per month on the Sherlock usage. On Sherlocks you didn't even give away. This is why it's very important, guys. When you sign up a Sherlock customer, don't just send them the link. Spend the 5 minutes to show them how to use the Sherlock. I had one person that quit the business. And I said, why did you quit? I gave away 400 Sherlocks and I only made 20 bucks. Huh. That means that the 400 Sherlocks you gave away, those people aren't using it. What if you spent the time to teach them how to use it? You'd be making over $500 a month. Did you spend the time to show them? No, I just got their email address, put it in the system, and that was it. This is your business. Take time to follow up with your customers. Every business does that. Every single business and company. You want to retain the customers you have, not throw mud at the wall and see what sticks. Take the time to nourish your customer. You want your customer to have a good shopping experience. Here's one thing you should do with them. Take them on a test drive. Say, hey, what do you normally buy online? Let me show you how to use the Sherlock to buy whatever you bought last month to buy with the Sherlock this month. Take the time to do so. Don't be lazy with it. But again, you know what that person's going to do? That person's going to go out there and say, yeah, I was in Sherlock, I had 400 customers, and I was only making 20 bucks. It doesn't work. Is that an accurate and fair assessment? But that's exactly what that person's going to go out and tell everybody. Same with the people who quit the business. We have to qualify this. So I want to arm you to make sure you're maximizing the efforts that you're putting in. The next is by enrolling people in the business. This is a binary, but this is a hybrid binary, meaning it's unilevel and binary. Binary means you can get paid on spillover with just 2 teams. Unilevel means it's just an organization that you started by the people you personally enrolled, and it doesn't matter how many people you personally sign up. You can sign up as many as you want. The unilevel, we'll talk about that in a moment. But let's look at the binary here. To qualify to get paid on the binary, you must personally enroll 2 people in the business. I've had people who've quit this business and they have 400 people on their team. And you ask them, why did you quit? I wasn't making any money. I have 400 people on my team and I wasn't making any money. Really? You look at that person's back office. They had 399 people in one leg and 1 person in the other. And they were wondering why they weren't making any money. And I asked that person, how many people did you personally enroll? 2. You think you'd be excited that you got over 300 people in your downline on spillover. All you need to do in Sherlock is build 2 legs. That is it. They say in network marketing, the average person enrolls 2.5 people in their career. 2.5. If you do less than an average and just do 2, and they duplicate who do 2, who do 2, who do 2, well, guess what? I am going to show you that chart later, what that pays out. $20,000. So the people who quit this business failed in their effort to build at least 1 other leg. Let's qualify this here. Let's not point the finger everywhere else. Let's be honest. I didn't build the leg. That's the bottom line. But then they jump ship to a company where you got to build 3 legs. All you need is just 2 legs. 2 getting 2 getting 2. So every time you enroll 2, you get a $100 bonus. And just to prove a fact, I enrolled 2 brand new people last week, and guess what? Both those people hit Star Affiliate. It is possible. You can do it. And I didn't enroll them overseas. They're right here in the United States. One in Maryland and one in LA. They both hit Star Affiliate. So you want to make some money? Enroll 2 people. What if you enroll more than 2 people? Well, spillover happens. Now you're helping your downline. See, I have enrolled over 130 by myself. The 2 people I enrolled last week fell in Rod's downline. And a whole bunch of people in that downline as well. From Dr. Smith on down. All got spillover based on what I did. They all got paid based on what I did. How did they get paid? Here's how. For every 2 on your left and 2 on your right, you're going to get a $50 cycle bonus. Now, this can happen by you personally enrolling people, by your downline enrolling people, or spillover from your upline. All of the above. Every time you have 2 on the left and 2 on the right, $50. I had a person who quit that said, well, I have people that I'm not getting paid on this joining because the other side, I don't have anybody joining that team. Understand this. You are getting paid through infinity with the Sherlock. Not 7 levels deep, not 3 levels deep. Infinity. Exponential growth. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, on, and it keeps going. When you get to your 6th, 7th, 8th level, and they're duplicating 2, getting 2, we're talking about 300, 400 people falling in just one leg in 1 week. How many people do you think is joining Simon Brooks' organization on a monthly basis? Over 700 or so. 700 people. What if you had 300 on the left, 300 on the right? What's 300? Let's say you have 300 cycles. 300 times 50 equals $15,000. So the people who quit are looking at their cycle bonus on their 1, 2, 3, or 4 levels because only a couple of people are joining. They haven't been around long enough to let it build to have those hundreds down below you doing the same exact thing. I'll tell you an example. The Japan team. They fall on my 20th level and below. Blowing up. Now, what is more money that I'm going to earn? The people that's cycling on my 2nd, 3rd, or 4th level, or the people on my 20th level where there's hundreds of people down there? But if you don't give yourself the time to build to get to that point, you're never going to enjoy it. And you're going to quit and say, Sherlock doesn't work because I didn't make any money. You sound silly when you say that. You sound as if you never understood the compensation plan to begin with, and you just weren't willing to work it out to make it happen. That's just the bottom line. That's a fact. Why? Because other people are doing it. You just couldn't do it. And I believe you could have done it if you gave it time. It works if you work it. So 2 on the left, 2 on the right, another 50. Through infinity. Now let's see what happens by this going down through infinity. So team 1 and team 2. Let's say you have 10 on your left and 10 on your right. That's $250 in bonuses you just made. 10 on your left and 10 on your right. It doesn't matter where. I'm not saying first level. Anywhere on your team. Okay? Not just their level 1. Anywhere on your team. What if you had 100 on your left and 100 on your right? You just made $2,500 in bonuses. What if you had 1,000 on your left and 1,000 on your right? You just made $25,000 in bonuses. That's the $50 cycle bonuses, okay? 1,000 on your left and 1,000 on your right. $25,000. What happens the next month? Everybody is paying not $99 a month, $34.95. $34.95. Team 1 and Team 2. You still have 2 on the left and 2 on the right again. And here's the deal. Are people going to quit because $34.95 is too much money? If they quit because that's too much money, they really need to go back to a job. They don't understand business. Nobody should be quitting because $34.95 is too much money. That's less than the cost of your cell phone. More importantly, that's less than the cost of your monthly, what do they call that? Mobile, what is that? Mobile internet access on your phone. Hotspot device. There you go. I know on my Sprint it's like $45 a month just to have the hotspot for unlimited. $34.95 is not breaking the bank. So these same individuals that's joining, and it just progresses. Paying $34.95, you're getting $10 cycle bonus through infinity. Let's qualify this again. The last company I was a part of, I was making at my height anywhere between $17,000 to $25,000 a month. I was only getting paid 7 levels deep. I had over 6,000 people on my team. Less than 2,000 of that was levels 1 through 7. Let me say that one more time. I had 6,000 people on my team. Less than 2,000 was levels 1 through 7. So they were paying out a lot of money on the upfront side. I wasn't even getting paid on the 4,000 people on my team. Let's say I have those same 6,000 active reps in Sherlock. Do you know what that would pay me? Not 17 or 25,000. That's paying me 6 figures a month. And from those people not spending $99 or $150 a month, from them spending $34.95. Why? Because I'm getting paid through infinity. You got to qualify this. The reason why people haven't made money in Sherlock because they haven't seen the volume go through their downline. They haven't been here long enough yet. It takes time to grow it. Some people do it fast, like Peter Blackwell, who was over $10,000 a month in 2 months in business. Most people aren't going to do it that fast. This is not a pyramid scam or scheme. This is not a get-rich-quick thing. This is not promising you the moon. You don't need to wake up to make money in this business. You just need to work it. Work your business and give it the time to grow. Here's what's going to happen. By earning down through infinity, 10 on your left and your right, that's $50 a month. Through anywhere infinity. So what if you had nothing happening on your first few levels, all of a sudden on your 50th level you got 10 people. There you go. 100 on your left and your right, $500 a month. 100 on your left and your right. 1,000 on your left and your right. $5,000 a month. So I also want to qualify something else because somebody said this is a recruiting game. A recruiting game. So if you had 100 on your left and your right, $500 a month, 100 people signed up. Well, what if you got 500 customers and you didn't sign up a single person? How much money are you making? Over $750 a month. So let's see. Are you making more money from recruiting or are you making more money from getting customers? 500 customers, $750. 200 reps, $500 residual. This is just one way we get paid. I want to emphasize this. It's not about going out there recruiting a whole bunch of people. You just getting 2, who got 2, who got 2, who got 2. You're going to have 100 on your left and 100 on your right. Add that you had 500 customers, you had over $1,000 a month. You only signed up 2 people in the business and got 500 customers for free. 1,000 on your left, 1,000 on your right, $5,000 a month. Someone said $5,000 a month is not a lot of money, Brandon. That depends. The average household in America earns $24,000 a year. $5,000 a month is over $60,000 a month. Right? That's enough for some people to walk off their job. That's enough for some people to maybe eliminate that second job. That's enough to put away for your retirement, pay off the mortgage, pay for college, pay those college debt. Right? And again, this right here represents 30% of your income. I'm going to say it again. It represents 30% of your income. And did you sign up 1,000 people? No. You only signed up a couple. That duplicates. I think probably right now the biggest problem that I see so far with our business is the duplication aspect of it. People join the business, sit there and do absolutely nothing. If you join and just do a little bit and just do your part and got 2 and they got 2 and they got 2, everybody will be walking off their job. It's all about duplication. So what? You can sign up 20. What do those 20 people do? I had another person who quit, one of the top positions of the company, and said, well, I do sign up people. Yeah, and every single person you signed up either quit or didn't sign up nobody else. You didn't duplicate. It's duplication. Here's where the big money is. 50% of your income. The 20% check match bonus. So let's say you become a global, which should be your number one goal, and you should be on a race to hit. Not by being grandfathered as a global, but actually hit global on production. This is the money you're going to make. I think there's a misconception there, because I have people say, how can globals say they're not making any money and they quit and go do something else? Because they were grandfathered in as a global. Most didn't qualify to actually be a global. We were given that position for the work we did when the merger happened from Vitel to Sherlock. Let's be real. So if you have no production, you don't make money. All the people that got grandfathered in, none of them paid $249, which meant those globals did not get the $50 cycle bonuses. That would have paid them over 20 grand. So all those people were just doing the $34.95, and not all of them did that. So you have to qualify. Just because you have a title doesn't mean you're making a lot of money. If you don't have production going on, you don't get paid. Production. So let's see what happens when you actually produce. 144 members is the bare minimum to be a global, because you need to have 12 powers to hit global. To be a power, you need to have 12 people on your team. What's 12 times 12? 144. Let's say you help those 144 people to earn $100 a month each. Not $600, not $1,000, not any of that. Just $100. That's cycling twice a month. $100. You getting 20% of that, that's $2,800 a month for you. So let's say, forget about the 20%, let's just go off 144. Let's take half of that. So let's divide 144 in half is 72 people. Okay? Why did I do that? Because let's say you have 72 on your left and 72 on your right. Well, let's divide that by half. That's 36 cycles on 144 people. What's 36 times 50? You made $1,800 in bonuses, okay, on your way to get to 144 people. $1,800 in bonuses. 36 times 10, and you're at $360 a month. You guys understand that? But the 20% check match is an extra $2,800 a month. Do you understand the power of that? That's where the money's at. By helping members on your team get paid, which means you want to help the people on your team duplicate and cycle. You want your people to cycle. It's more money for you. The more money you can put in their hands, the more money you make. The more you duplicate with them, the more money you make. Let's go higher than 144. Say you had 300 members on your team. $100 each. That's $6,000 a month. You guys getting the picture here? Now remember, there is a cap depending on your position. Oh, wait. That doesn't even apply here because you're a global. Never mind. Let me keep going. Let me keep going here. Because this is the check match. It doesn't matter. Let's say you have 600 members on your team. That's $12,000 a month in the check match. See, people say, Brandon, how many people would I need on my team to at least break 5 figures a month? Ah, well, 600 people, roughly. $12,000 a month, check match. What about 1,000? What if you had 1,000 members on your team? You get a check match on that. It's $20,000 a month. You help them to earn $100 each. What if you had 5,000 members on your team, earning $100 each? You're getting a check match. That's $100,000 a month on 5,000. You see, why am I still here? I had 6,000 reps in my last company, making 20,000 at height. Here, 6,000 is over 6 figures a month if I help them to earn $100 each. Why am I here? Because I'm looking long term. I don't need a get-rich-quick fix. I don't need to wake up. I don't need to drink the coffee. I am a businessman. And as a businessman, I write down my goals. I write down next to it what it's going to take, and then I go to work to make it happen. I don't move off of impulse or emotion. We're building a billion-dollar company, and I want to be a part of that. Valerie says that $2,000 a month would change your whole life. Valerie, you want to write this goal down that's going to change your life. 500 members in your downline. At least 250 on the left and 250 on the right. 250 on the left and 250 on the right. That's $6,250 in just bonuses alone. You follow me? And that's $1,250 a month in residual income, and that's just one of the ways you get paid. You want the sweet spot. 250 on your left, 250 on your right. I would have a whiteboard in my house with a graph saying how many do I have on my left, how many do I have on my right, and just mark it off till you get to that 250 mark. It can happen in 30 days, it can happen in 6 months, it can happen in a year. That's your goal, and understand that they're just paying $34.95 a month. Keep it simple. But I'm looking much bigger than this. I'm looking at 50,000 members on the team. 100,000 members on the team. That's what I'm looking at long term. This company pays out 68% on every dollar. Do you guys understand that over the next 3 to 5 years, this company, Michael says the next 2 years, but this company is going to be paying out more money than all the top members in the industry are making right now, based on the same amount of production. It's all about production. And we know these. John, do I need to go over these? No, we go over these all the time anyway. Any other chart? Oh yeah, the 2x2. Let me show the 2x2. Here is your 12-week or 12-month game plan. Alright? If everybody does their part, plug into the system. Step 1, plug into the system. Step 2, sign up at least 2 new people and get promoted to star affiliate. That's it. Just 2. You want to quit and jump ship to another company? Guess what? You're going to need to recruit people over there too. In fact, you're probably going to need to recruit 3. Alright? It's the same thing. Just 2. And get your 50 Sherlock customers. That's doing your part. After you do that, you want to get 2 more to maximize what I'm going to show you right now. Okay? You need to personally have at least 4 people personally enrolled to maximize what I'm going to show you. Not 2. Because 2 only gets you promoted to star affiliate. And a star affiliate maxes out at $2,000 a week, which is $8,000 a month, which would get you to week 10. A power maxes out at $12,000 a month. A global, $20,000 a month on this plan right here. Okay? So to maximize it, you want to get at least 4. But let's say you got your 2. Your first week you got 2. This is exactly what Japan is doing right now. It's amazing to me. I'm watching it. Last night I woke up and 8 or 9 people signed up in Japan while I was sleeping. One of them in the Philippines. One of them in the Philippines. And no, I'm not going to show my back office. I'm not those people. I almost did it right now. I can't do that. Don't need to do that. But here's what happens. 2 getting 2 getting 2 getting 2. Your second week, you help those first 2 that you've got get their first 2. You do that. And now you just doubled the size of your business. Right? You guys get that? You just doubled the size of your business. And you see the money you're making. Now, over the first few weeks, you're not making a lot of money here. $10, $30, $70, $150. But you're building, you're planting your seed, you're watering your seed. But let me show you how this breaks down. Let's just start with 8 weeks. 2 months. 60 days. You want to transform your life in 60 days. Here's what happens. You do 2 getting 2 getting 2 for 60 days for 8 weeks. You made $2,470 in bonuses. And $6,350 in bonuses. So you want to make an extra $6,000 over the next 2 months? 2 getting 2 getting 2 getting 2 getting 2 for 8 weeks straight. Your residual income is $2,470. There you go, Valerie. Write that down. I'll put that in the chat box. Doing this plan 8 weeks, you're earning $6,350 in bonuses. Your residual income, $2,470 a month in residual income. That's just on this plan. 8 weeks. What if it took you 8 months? 8 months to do. So let's say, your total cost was $668 for the year for 12 months. But you did 2 getting 2 every single month for 8 months. So it took you 1 month to get your 2. It took those 2 another month to get their 2. It took those 4 another month to get theirs 2. You do that for 8 months. At the end of 8 months, you just made $6,350 in bonuses. Did you make your money back for the whole year it cost of you being in business? Yes. And your residual income is $2,470. Do you think you're in profit if it took you a month to get 2 and them a month to get 2 and them a month? The people who quit the business haven't even been here 8 months yet. I think it's hilarious. So it's a slow growth. But really, is it that slow? That in 8 months later you can be making over $2,000 a month in residual income? You just had to build it for 8 months. Oh no, it's taking too long. I got to go wake up. Guys, manage your expectation. Manage your expectation. This is a business. Set your goals. And if it don't meet your goals, readjust them. But 12 weeks, $20,000. 12 months, $20,000. What is the total amount of people on your team at that 8-week time? By doing it, or over the 12-month time frame. Let me add it up for you. I like to be 100% transparent. You must know where you're headed. You ever heard of that cruise to nowhere? You ever heard of that saying? The cruise to nowhere. That means that people, it's big here in California, people go down to San Diego or Long Beach get on a cruise ship, it goes out into the Pacific, and it just circles out there for 3 days, and then comes back to shore. Doesn't really go anywhere. It just circles for 3 days. That's how people work their business. They have no idea what their goals are. They don't write it down. They don't know what to shoot for other than I paid money. How come I'm not making any money? I talked to 4 people. How come I'm not getting paid? I should quit. Put your goals down. That's a total of 510 people on your team. 510 people. On your way there. And you know what's crazy? Let's say you add one more week to that figure. One more week. The 9th week. Add an extra $2,550 in residual income. You guys get that? You just doubled it in 1 week. So now you're over $4,000 a month by just adding one more week. This is why it starts to get crazy. Because what if you add another week, the 10th week, the 11th week, the 12th week, the 13th week? The only way to lose this business is to quit. That's the only way you lose. Watch who you are listening to. You don't have to listen to me. I'm only showing you the facts. The numbers. Numbers don't lie. People do. I never listened to some other joker who quit the business going to call me up saying I need to quit. I'm like, just because you couldn't make it doesn't mean I'm not going to make it. Wish you best of luck. Peace. I know what I'm going to do. I've been at the top position of every company I've been a part of for the last 5 years. I will make $1 million a month. I don't care what anybody else does. The most important hand is the one at the end of your own wrist. You accept other people's opinion. You accept their lifestyle. And since I am going late, I am going to end by playing a video for you guys. And this is a video that most of you probably have never seen. Video, I think a year ago. Maybe over a year ago. And this is called The Philosophy of Performance. Because like Tim Sales said, you know, there is no industry on the planet or job or business where you don't see people that have failed and you don't see people who have quit. Another company doesn't save those figures. In fact, sometimes you find out once you get to another company, it's worse. The numbers are worse than where you left. And you missed the boat. The time for you to get in was last year. Here, nobody knows about us. You're at the beginning. I was talking to one of my mentors. I'm not going to name any names. But he tried to get me into Organo Gold in 2012. And I said no at the time. And he was like, you know, why? You know, I said, I'm making over $12,000 a month in my first 90 days in business. Nobody knows my company. You haven't even heard about it yet. That's why I'm here. Organo Gold already has somebody making $1 million a month. Organo Gold has already ran wild in the United States for 3 years. Most of their production is overseas. And he said, nah, you know, it's never saturated. Amway's still around. I said, yeah, that's true. You're right. It never will actually get saturated, but the time for me to get to where I want to be has passed. And he called me up to try to get me into something else. And I said, wait. What happened to Organo Gold? And he said, Organo Gold, I still use the product. And this is where I know he's got class. This is the exact example of somebody who decides to move on to another company, how they act. This is exactly what he did. I'm going to tell you this. This is why he's my mentor. He said, Organo Gold, I use the product. Don't you think people who quit Sherlock, don't you think that they can still use Sherlock and save money? Yes. He says, I still use the product. Great coffee. Great company, great compensation plan. People over there making a lot of money. There's people that's not making money, but you can make money over there. But for me, I was not making the type of money I wanted to make. Only because I was not willing to do what it was going to take to get there. And the reason why I came to that conclusion for me is the time had passed. You were right 2 years ago. It's like I had an epiphany. The time had passed. He says, for me to do what I need to do, I'm going to have to build overseas, and I'm not willing to build overseas. I want to build in my own backyard. Therefore, I'm moving on to something else. Fantastic! I applaud you for that. He didn't call me up and say, man, Organo Gold sucks, man. Ain't nobody making any money over there. I'm doing something else, and so should you. That's an amateur who does that. That's called Amateur 101. We can tell when they haven't had much success or a whole lot of success in the past. I've had over 30,000 people in my downline, and I act a certain way. You can tell the difference between how other so-called leaders act when they attempt to steal the position from you. He's a class act. That's why he's a 7-figure earner. He's made millions of dollars in this industry. He didn't attempt to throw a pipe bomb in the room that he left. Nor is he going after anybody in his old downline. They're still over there. He's got guys in his downline making over $10,000 a month. Why would he walk away from making a lot of money? Because he wants to be a millionaire or make millions in network marketing again. Class act. So I'm going to show this video. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. I recorded this. So once it's done recording, I'm going to get it out. And you want to get it out into the hands of every single person on your team. Those who could not make it to the presentation tonight are the ones who needed this the most. I'm going to say that one more time. Those who did not get on the training tonight are the ones who needed to hear this the most. So go out of your way and get it in their hands, so that they can watch this and learn something new and get educated and know that if you choose to build long term, you are in the right place. If you are not attempting to build long term, if you are stressed out, if you need to make money tomorrow or you're going to lose your house, this is not the business for you. You're in the wrong place and you do need to go find something else. I will take the opportunity from somebody just as fast as sign somebody in. I don't want everybody in my business. I don't need everybody in my business. And there's a quality of person that I'm looking for. I'm not looking for the ghetto marketers, the one-on-one people, the people that say I need to make $10,000 next month, and if not, I'm off on to the next. The people that's looking for the next shiny ball. I'm looking for people who want to put their head down to build a billion-dollar empire, and they understand business that it's going to take some time. I'm looking for doers. Movers and shakers, not whiners, bitches, moaners, and complainers. And I'm sorry if I cursed, but that is the fact. We're looking for people who want to become flat out wealthy. This is a business, not social hangout 101 drama class. And if that is you, put on your seatbelt and enjoy the ride. Because this is going to happen with or without you. And we'd love to have you on board. And we're going to lose people on the way. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. My name is Brandon Ivey, soon to be Diamond with Shopping Sherlock. God bless and have a good night. Take a look at this video. You've never seen this before, I promise you. Bye-bye. Well, welcome back, everybody. This is the Brandon Ivey Show, coming back with you with a new tip of the day. And the tip of the day today is the philosophy of performance. The philosophy of performance. And this is a spin-off of when a lot of people want to talk about having the right mindset and what you're supposed to be doing to become successful. And it all starts with the mind, but it also starts with your core belief system. What is your philosophy? And every single person out there is motivated by a certain philosophy. There's a couple of them out there that most people fall into these four basic categories. And the first one is the philosophy of minimum wage. Think about that. The philosophy of minimum wage. And most Americans actually have this philosophy. It's the philosophy of, I will get paid whatever somebody is willing to pay me. If a company's bottom line is $5 an hour, then guess what? That's how much money I'm going to make, because that's how much money the company pays me. One thing Jim Rome says all the time is, when he was a young lad and his mentor asked him about making more money, and Jim said, of course I want to make more money, but this is all the company pays me. And his mentor told him, no, that's just all the company pays you. Are there other people in the company that make more money than you? And the answer is yes. But that's your only mentality. That's your only mindset. That's your only philosophy. The philosophy of minimum wage. But then you have people out there that want just a little bit more. But they go about it a certain way. And their way of going about it is having the philosophy of waiting. The philosophy of waiting, where I will wait my turn. My time will come one day. Where if I just continue doing what I'm doing, eventually I'm going to get a raise from $5 an hour to $6 an hour. Maybe when my next yearly review comes around, I get a raise every year of that 2%. Problem is, how long is it going to take you to start to move up the ranks if you're waiting for somebody to give you something? Sadly, there are many people out there that have the philosophy of waiting. Then you have those who are a little bit more aggressive, and they have the philosophy of demand. They demand something. They feel it's almost entitlement. I demand that you pay me more. And they go about doing it a different way, their own certain way. And their way is, how about we create a strike force, a union, that if we band together, we can demand the company will pay us more money. Not because we're doing anything extra special, but because we demand for it to happen. We demand the federal government to protect us. We demand to have Social Security, a retirement. We demand to have health care. So you have those individuals. The philosophy of demand. Let me tell you where 99% of rich people operate. It's called the philosophy of performance. The philosophy of production. One thing my grandfather always taught me, and my father, is that if you're going to be a janitor, you be the best janitor you can possibly be. If you're going to be a street sweeper, you be the best street sweeper you possibly could be. Wallace D. Waddell states that success is not in doing certain things, but doing things in a certain way. Everybody is matched with the same 24 hours in a day. Everybody has the same opportunities as everybody else. But what one person does with that time and how they approach that time may be completely different than a different individual, which is why they get certain results. Success is doing things in a certain way, not doing certain things. See, the philosophy of performance basically means no matter what it is that you're doing, work as hard as you possibly can. Become the best you could possibly be. Better yet, what Jim Rohn also says is work harder than what they're actually paying you for. Do more than what you're getting paid for. See, unions don't like that concept. Do more than what I'm getting paid for? You realize most companies that survive, most companies that thrive, They thrive because they provide more in value than they ask for in cost. By doing so, you make yourself more valuable to whoever or whatever it is you're performing for. If you're on a 9-to-5 job and you're putting in more work than you're actually getting paid for, who do you think the company is going to notice? Who becomes more valuable to the company? If you're an athlete and you perform more than what you're being paid for, the next time your contract comes around, guess what's going to happen? You're now more valuable. One thing Jim Rome also says, and yes, I am a big follower of Jim Rome, is work on yourself harder than you work on your job. Work on yourself harder than you work on your job. There's only one other philosophy out there that can yield you good results, but ultimately will be your downfall. And it's called the philosophy of fear. The philosophy of fear, and many people have this. And it's not just fear of one thing, but it can be fear of many different things. I used to have a fear of failure. My greatest fears was not being successful. And without knowing it, I unwittingly held myself back. Oh yeah, I had some success, but I could only go so far because I still had fear in my heart. I was being driven by fear. Fear is a choice. It is a choice that you can choose not to have. People have fear of public speaking, fear of failure, fear of success, fear of rejection. How about this one? Fear of poverty. Fear of poverty will always keep you in some form of poverty. I know people who make $10,000 a month and they have fear of poverty, but they have so much potential that if they let that fear go, they would be making 6 figures a month. Because you making $10,000 a month is poverty level to somebody that makes 6 figures a month. I remember in my ACN days listening to a training given by Tony Kupas. And Tony Kupas said, I can't believe there's people out there that only make $10,000 a week. I can't imagine living on just $10,000 a week. Now this is all relative, because to most people, $10,000 a week means you're rich. But to somebody like Tony Kupas, $10,000 a week means you're poor. Your fear will always have a limit and a cap on how far you can grow. As a God-fearing man, I fear nobody, I fear no man, I fear no circumstances. I always give it to the Almighty. It's in His hands, because I have the faith and belief that everything will happen. Because when you have fear of something, you're also afraid to take risks, because you're more concerned with what you may lose than what you're possibly going to gain. Having the philosophy of fear also allows you to point blame at everybody else instead of ever taking responsibility for your own actions. And I used to do this all the time. It was somebody else's fault. This person didn't do what they were supposed to do. That person didn't do what they said they were going to do. The company let me down. Customer service wasn't good enough. I quit. See, when you have the philosophy of performance, you take matters in your own hands. It doesn't matter what anybody else does. It doesn't matter what your family says. It doesn't matter what society says. It doesn't matter what the economy says. It doesn't matter what the news has to say. It doesn't matter what your best friends and lovers and wives and husbands have to say. It doesn't matter who quits on you. It doesn't matter if a company lets you down. It doesn't matter if things don't go according to plan, because things will never go according to plan. What matters is what you do and how you respond to any issue that happens in your life. That is the most important thing. Because when you have the philosophy of performance, you will become successful in anything that you do. Anything. You take responsibility for things that happen in your life. See, by having the philosophy of welfare, the philosophy of minimum wage, the philosophy of fear, the philosophy of demand, the philosophy of waiting, I am putting my future in the hands of somebody else. And I will never be number one priority for somebody else besides God. So to make myself the priority, philosophy of performance is what guides me. Nobody can take away my work ethic. Nobody can take away my desire. Nobody could take away how hard and how many hours I'm willing to put into something. People ask me, how many hours should I work a week, Brandon, for my business? That's a trick question to me. It's when the job gets done. If that means I need to stay up to 3 a.m., I'm up at 3 a.m. If that means I need to talk to 1,000 people, I'm not going to quit because 5 people said no. I haven't reached 1,000 yet. I will never let my future be in the hands of somebody else. And somebody please slap me if the day ever comes where I blame any failure or setback I have on somebody else. That is all irrelevant. That is all to be expected. That's what's called life. But the one thing you will always have 100% control on is your performance, your production. The most reliable hand is the one at the end of your own wrist. And if you can't rely on yourself, how in the world do you think you're going to be able to rely on somebody else? The philosophy of performance will make you a winner in any field that you ever do, in any endeavor that you ever take on. You will eventually succeed. The philosophy of quitting shouldn't even be in your vocabulary. Once you understand the philosophy of performance, the philosophy of performance means that you can be in any company and still reach the top, no matter what. No matter who's on your team, no matter who leaves you, no matter who quits, no matter what the company does, it's a law. So if you don't have this philosophy, work to adapt this philosophy. Work on yourself more than you work on anything else. The trait of a man is what he does when no eyeballs are on him. Your actions will always speak louder than words. Adopt the philosophy of performance, and I will see you at the top. That's the Brandon Ivey Show, coming to you back with a new tip of the day, the philosophy of performance. Until next time.